Hello and welcome to the Narc Alert, the channel where we look at YouTubers and others to see if they demonstrate any traits that fall within the spectrum of narcissistic personality disorder or NPD. These videos are for fun and entertainment purposes only, strictly my opinion, and remember, please don't send any snark to our possible narcs. So key points to remember: messy fun and not a diagnosis. Hello my lovely alerts and welcome back to the Narc Alert. Well, it's Friday, we made it through another week, and guess what? It's Pride weekend. I can't wait to share the Toronto Pride Parade with you. I'm gonna do an extra live stream on Sunday. AMBERLYNN is back to uploading, and she's graced us with 2 new vlogs in a row this week. Are you fascinated to see what AMBERLYNN is gonna clean out of her closet? Neither am I. So I thought instead we'd do a little compilation at all the times over the years that AMBERLYNN Reid has talked about her triggers. Trigger warning, there's many triggers mentioned. Let's strap in and have a look.
If I eat out, eat healthy, and if I do eat healthy, don't let it trigger something in my head, because every time I eat out, whether it's healthy or not, it triggers something in my head for the rest of the day. Triggers for me are all over the place. Maybe I could make a video about it, about my triggers, because I have a lot. Sometimes, if you can, maybe you don't have the leftovers if it's like a trigger for you. Maybe you can eat something else while your family eats leftovers. I don't know why. I mean, yes, she's a good cook, but that's not why I do it. It's just like a trigger, like, in me, and it's just very weird. And I never have control over myself. When there's a trigger, I don't have control. I feel like a robot, and it's freaky. Gross, whether it's good. It is like this trigger inside of me that I don't even understand. I have a lot of triggers, which I will possibly talk about in another video, but this trigger, I don't know. Like, I don't understand it. Whether I'm dieting or whether I'm like not dieting, I will eat so much stir fry. Oh boy, here we go again. Another trigger. I'm gonna fail today. And I didn't. I honestly knew that one day something was gonna, trigger me into, doing the best I can. I didn't know what it was. I have gone through hell and back times a million. And even with all that, nothing really, snapped me into focus like YouTube did. I'm just so grateful, and I'm so happy that I am doing this and showing everybody that I'm doing this. Just playing games and enjoying myself is kind of a weird trigger, especially when there is food around. I kind of just want to, enjoy myself and pop candy in my mouth the whole time. Play in the food court, and now, I brought my water, so I'm being a good girl still, but days like this really trigger me, and but yeah, I'm just proud of myself for kind of, that's a trigger for me, and it's a temptation, and I succeeded in it, so it makes me very, very happy. As of right now, my main trigger is the candy bowl, and as long as I don't touch it, as of right now, I think I'm okay. People give me this advice. They say take out the main trigger in your diet, and you'll honestly see a difference. Fast food is like McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, those type of things. And I'm just not ready for those type of things, because that's actually a major trigger for me. Go grocery shopping, but you guys can still in the comments below leave me like some of your favorite snacks that are like healthy and that you don't think will trigger me. Different things trigger me, I don't know why. I go shopping on the weekend for groceries. I'm not gonna buy anything that I feel like is gonna trigger me. I mean, I'm to the point where I'm getting triggered by yogurt raisins. Overeat or anything like that, because I know it's gonna trigger me to binge eat. I just pick up my Eat What You Love, Love What You Eat for Binge Eating by Michelle May. Honestly, I recommend this book because it makes so much sense. I'm not like giving myself food like that. I feel like there's certain foods that trigger me and I'm just not strong enough to eat them yet, I guess. And I think bread is one of them. I think that's what causes me to binge eat and to want to overeat, and we can call it triggered all we want, but that's truly the case. I just tell myself, okay, I'm never gonna touch alcohol again because I still have to eat. That's how you survive. And even if I sit down and I eat something healthy like carrots, that's a trigger to me. A lot of people ask me, what is your trigger food? Everything. Lettuce, because it's crunchy. Carrots, everything is a trigger food for different reasons. It's super annoying. I literally could be eating like the healthiest meal in front of me, a freaking plain chicken breast, and that's a trigger. No matter what is put in my mouth, no matter what food is put in my mouth, it triggers me. What is your biggest trigger food? Honestly, oh my God, I'm so red, I'm sorry. My biggest trigger food, I don't really have like a trigger food. I have trigger situations. Honestly, easy off the bat, trigger for me is going out to eat. I don't know why I took it upon myself to think it was a good idea. Every single time I do something like this, I end up realizing it's too overwhelming. And that is a trigger for me. It is way too overwhelming to sit here and just dissect every single aspect of my journey. But then once a month, I will weigh myself with clothes on, as much as I don't want to. And it's like, it does this like trigger thing in my head because it does make me weigh more when you have clothes on. And some trigger me. If doing mukbangs is going to derail my progress, going to trigger me, going to make me gain weight, or going to make me stall in my weight loss too much, because your girl needs to lose weight, then I'm going to stop them. So the reason why I don't count calories or anything like that is because it is a complete trigger for me. I do think moderation is key in my journey. I know a lot of people can't really do that, and I'm gonna be honest, you know, sometimes moderation does trigger me, which is okay. I need to learn how to be around certain foods and be able to eat certain foods without having this crazy binge monster come out. This is a lifestyle change. I don't know if this is going to trigger me or overwhelm me. I don't see why it would. I'm going to be writing down every single thing that I eat. I don't know if this is going to trigger me or overwhelm me. I don't see why it would, honestly, because if I am intuitively eating still and I'm just simply writing what I ate after I ate it, I don't see that as a trigger. But I have a lot of triggers. I personally have a lot of triggers, and I know that I can make a whole video about that. And I have had a lot of people ask me like, what are my triggers? So I feel like that would be, you know, an interesting, good video to film. Or I'll have some candy, you know, there are times that I do that. But it's like intuitive eating is what actually works for me, and I think it's because numbers trigger me. Agree that I need to lose weight faster. So today I'm gonna try to count calories. It is very overwhelming to me and it is kind of a trigger, but I'm gonna see how it makes me feel, and if it truly does put me in a bad headspace, I need to figure something else out.
Health has confessed that stages of restriction and deprivation often trigger her to binge and overeat.
Yes, if I am restricted too hard, it just ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not going to lose weight because I will and I do binge. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I had 2 packs of these salami snack packs. I like to have them as a snack, but unfortunately, sometimes they are a trigger for me. For 1 pack is 150 calories in context. But constantly filming my food thoughts is a new trigger for me. Weight loss content, sure, but a daily basis series, it's an idiotic, impulsive thought. I actively jumped on the gun and made a fool out of myself. Yet again. There are certain things that trigger emotional eating or binging. YouTube as a whole does not trigger me. It's when I start becoming bombarded with the negativity. And that's where we need to learn how to stop telling me to get offline, which is something I enjoy doing. It's a passion for me to film videos. I just love filming videos. Why I'm called a liar repeatedly over stories that honestly trigger me really bad, when all I'm trying to do is like share my life, whether that be my past or my present. It's just like really frustrating. So I do want to talk about like what I'm doing to lose weight. Simply just eating less. I have not cut out anything except for sweets. Sweets truly trigger me. They make me binge, they make me crave more sugar, and that just isn't good for me. Mukbangs trigger binges for me. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I don't want to like say too much because I really don't want to like trigger anyone, or also I don't want to get demonetized. I don't want to trigger myself. I allow myself something sweet at the end of the night. That's why I keep talking about those damn poppables. But those don't trigger me, even though they're so good. But if I was to have a Reese's pumpkin moment, it'd be over. It'd be over. Like, weight loss who? Tell me that. I don't know. Like, I never tried it personally. And you said that you eat fast food almost every day, so maybe that's like a trigger for you, because I know like when it comes to binging and overeating in general, triggers can definitely make it worse. And several times where I was about to eat something that would either put me into me going way over my calories, or that was gonna trigger me to binge or anything like that. And she has stopped me and truly been like, are you sure you wanna do this? Like, do you need to do this? Like, what are your current emotions? With binge eaters, going on an eating plan might only trigger. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what they want me to do. I don't watch his videos anymore, might I add. I like don't, because mukbangs like trigger me a little bit, but people do send me clips and I'm totally fine with a clip here and there. Technically restricting or counting calories can trigger people to binge. So it's all a mess. It's a formula for disaster, but I'm trying to figure it out and work through it. That's why I have a psychologist. That's why I'm attending outpatient again. So I'm trying to figure it out, you guys, okay? It's nice to have olives in the house because they do not trigger me as much as other foods. So biggest trigger food, I feel like, is just like straight up candy bars. Like, oh my God. They were delicious though. So thank you to the person who sent them to me, but I'm just gonna let this be known right now. Just don't send me food in my PO box because it is triggering. And I think if someone does end up sending me food, I'm just gonna have to like automatically just get rid of it. I wasn't hungry. I just wanted food because that's just me. I want food. Certain things trigger me to want food. And something triggered me to want food. And I told myself no. So I set the alarm and I set it for an hour. And when the alarm went off, I realized I wasn't hungry. I do treat people with kindness. I feel like once you disrespect someone, it's hard to be kind towards them. And I think that's where the whole like narc alert thing happened. I knew that she has always been super freaking rude towards me and stuff. So I think at the time when I did the whole sympathy bone thing, I disrespected her because of all the times that she disrespected me. And like, obviously I did apologize for that. My apologies are never perfect. They're very flawed, but my apology still stands because like I said, I never come from a bad place. I never come from malice. Sometimes my anxiety, sometimes things trigger me, sometimes my traumas, sometimes all that bullshit, sometimes mental illness, sometimes the fact that I am bipolar, sometimes all of that outweighs the good in my heart. But I do suffer with like overeating. I wouldn't be the size if I didn't. So one trigger for me out of the 4 that I will be sharing is like unwanted emotions slash like wanting to escape those. Trigger for me is like other people's opinions slash like assumptions on the food that I'm eating. I need to do less of that because I do notice it like triggering me. Majority of everything I eat, 99.9999% of what I eat is okayed by my dietitian. And for people to assume that it's not, it's just like, I don't know, it just really triggers me. So third thing is like if I'm watching a TV show or like watching YouTube, whatever it may be, and someone starts eating something, like that is highly triggering for me. Like if it's like chips is a big one, Chinese food for some reason is a really big one. I'm not the biggest fan of pizza. I mean, I used to like really dislike it when I was younger, but as I've gotten older, I enjoy it more. Pizza is also weirdly one for me. Like there's like certain foods that definitely trigger that. This one is like certain activities. Like if it's like movie night, I automatically want to like order in dinner and like have popcorn. Or if we're playing like Mario Party, Mario Kart, it's just something that's triggering for me because like in the past, my brain automatically goes to, okay, so this is an activity where I usually would order food and like eat while playing.
Well, it kind of sounds to me like everything triggers AMBERLYNN Reid. Her biggest triggers right now seem to be feeling emotions, watching things, and also doing things. This is going to be a rough haul. By the way, do you think she got denied for weight loss surgery? I do. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me and Rio. Grab a channel membership. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. And until we meet again, please be kind and hasta luego.